So before we are going to the ducting cleaning or maintenance, so we have to look into the balancing of airflow from the ducting. So some system of ducting system usually not balanced enough. So usually the balancing must be done before we are coming into that building, and usually the balancing of airflow will be done during the testing and commissioning period. So what is the purpose of balancing of the airflow? If the system is not balanced or unbalanced, so it will affect the occupants uh, that take action that can result, for example, premature or excessive collision and may damage the equipment inside there. For example, if that particular room needed about 200 cfm of airflow, they must supply with the correct airflow, which is plus minus 10% of 200 cfm. So, if not enough or too many of the airflow inside there, so it will uh, influence other room also. So if the system or if the room is not supplied with the correct airflow, it will affect the temperature and humidity inside that room. So we have to check also the grill or the diffuser, is it in good condition or not. So to make sure to avoid any problem there, we have to make sure we have do the systematic monitoring to the space by the occupant. So one person must be shift on the building if the problem is uh, heavily have problem inside there. So for the HVAC system component, there are several cleaning methods there. For example, the contact vacuum method. So contact vacuum method, same like our household vacuum. So we have to do the vacuum and must make sure the debris or particle sucked by the vacuum in very well. So the next one is using the power brushing method. So this is applied usually for the ducting system, and we have also air washing method. Our air washing method also is applied to our ductwork system. So the contact vacuum method is usually we can call it conventional vacuum cleaning method, and it is typically used and widely used for the purpose of the cleaning or HVAC system. So it is we can suck the vacuum for the ducting in the interior and the duct surface, and then it will affect the high efficiency particle arresting, which is for the filter. So we can also suck at the filter, and then the procedure is, for example, the first one is we have to go to put and or to introduce the vacuum cleaner head into the furthest upstream by opening and turn on the machine. So we have to go to the far or furthest in the duct work system first, and then before we are coming to the nearest location. So the vacuum will proceed slowly enough to the downstream or to the nearest place, which the location of opening of our ducting system. So when finished with one opening, we'll go to the next opening. So it it's mean that usually we'll be doing by part, which is one ductwork system, and then we finish one ductwork system, it goes to another next ductwork system. So we will usually it will go to the one branch to one branch method. So the next one is air washing method. This is also quite normal. We are using air washing method. So the vacuum, it still use the vacuum collection device, but it is preferably powerful truck mounted vacuum. It is quite and very high pressure there, which connected to the downstream end, and then the vacuum will suck from the downstream. So the area must be isolated. Isolated area must be subject to about 25 millimeter static pressure. So we have also introduced the compressed air through the duct. so it will push from one side and then suck from one side, and then the compressed air source must be about 106 to 200 psi depending on our ducting system, and the receiver tank also about 20 gallon or about 75 liter. So usually it will effective for the duct size below than 24 times 24 inch internal dimension. So if it is above than the size of 24 times 24, we have to look into another method. So the first procedure, we have to drill through the duct wall and insulation. So we have to do the opening not larger than the boroscope inspection or our pressure pipe. So we have to turn on the vacuum collection and insert the skipper into the hole. So one part will be vacuum and suck the air. So next one is power brushing method. It also quite normal that we are using depending on our capacity of the company that are using the duct cleaning. So this is the vacuum collecting device. So usually they will be put a brush at the head of the equipment. So it will supplied by the pneumatic or electrical power rotary brush. So it will brush entire internal surface of the ducting. So it is works for all type of dust and fiberglass surface. It is required a large opening because we want to put our power brushing robot there, but it is fewer opening to insert of the brush. This is the pro of the method. And then the procedure is also same like the air washing method. So we have negative pressure from the top mounted vacuum and will suck the air inside the ducting. So at the same time, the rotary brush will be work and clean the internal surface of the duct. So that's all. I include also the video of some method that I have look into the YouTube, so it will be a guide for you guys to look into the duct cleaning method. Thank you very much and hope to see you guys soon, and Selamat Hari Raya.